Hey folks. Well, we just now realized that one of our movies was too long that we made on the trip, so we're gonna fill it in 3 parts because we there at the end of the trip it got long and drawn out and
we've kind of
strung out.
Do this stuff.
Yeah. So we're gonna catch you up from I think Portland and Seattle.
So far,
and
right? The first part will be Portland and Washington.
Right.
And if you can't tell, we're at home. So this is day 8, and we're going to be filling you in on day 5?
5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
No, 6, 7, and 8.
6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
More or less.
More or less.
So to start, Portland was a great town. I know earlier I had talked up a lot on San Francisco about how I really liked it. I was really speaking out of ignorance and out of turn because once we got to Portland, it was a totally different kind of atmosphere. I really liked Portland a lot.
It's a good town. Young people, young-minded type things.
Yeah.
Not like really young, not like college, but just after college. Like you just gotten into the.
Yeah, like starting life young, like 35, like 35 and younger.
Right.
So like 35 to 24.
Late 20s.
Yeah.
25 to 35 type of an age.
Yeah.
You've just gotten out of college. You're getting your first job. You're doing life. You're doing that thing. So that's what Portland's like, and it's a lot of fun. And again, I mentioned in California that a lot of people are active, very active in Portland.
Yeah, a really, really nice community.
Oregon as a whole, they're pretty much like here, except in Oregon. But in Portland, they're very much more. They're just different than the rest of the state. So
yeah, it's a very different atmosphere, and I know I've said that, but I really, really enjoyed it. So from Portland, we moved on into Olympia.
Yeah,
we stayed the night.
Vancouver, Washington, just across the bay.
Yeah,
that's Portland.
That's Portland.
When it goes into over the river, it goes to Vancouver.
Okay. Well, we moved
anyway,
when we went through Portland. We went to the gardens. We saw some people play tennis.
Gave a ball back to some hot chicks.
He did anyway.
I did.
From there, we moved on to Olympia, where we stayed the night. Drove into Washington interior.
Stayed in Tacoma.
Tacoma?
We stayed in Tacoma.
I thought Tacoma was just outside Seattle.
It is. That's where we stayed.
Okay, well.
In Motel 6.
Anyway, we stayed in Washington, and then we moved on into Seattle. When we got to Seattle, we drove around for a while, went down to Pioneer Square. Pioneer Square, I really enjoyed. I had lunch with a homeless guy. That was just really cool. The mayor of Pioneer Square is what he called himself.
Yeah, very cool guy.
Very cool guy. He'd lived in Seattle area for about 30 years or so.
Yeah, he's a chef. He used to be a chef.
Used to be a chef, and then he had some issues.
Falling out. Well, he also had some issues with his wife and kids.
Yeah, he had a lot of things going on, and he eventually ended up on the street. And so I had lunch with him. He was really cool. Really cool guy.
Kind of materialistic and shallow of me. While Dave was having lunch with this homeless man, I, on the other hand, one of the main goals for me is since the year 2000, I don't know if they started making them before them, I'm sure they did, but in 2000, there was a company based out of Seattle called Utilikills, and they put their internet website on in 2000, and since then, I've always wanted a Utilikill. I'll go get one here in a second. But they're based out of Seattle, and I've always been cautious, warning myself not to get one because you have to size it yourself, and I don't want to order one and not be right. So
never buy things over the internet that you haven't seen physically.
Right. And so because of that, we were going on a road trip. We were going to be in Washington, or we were headed that way. We're like, why not? So we went and found the square, this store, and it's in Pioneer Square, right across from the Starbucks that we had coffee at a Starbucks in Seattle, 23 shop number 23. It was pretty tasty,
which I really enjoyed. We got to have Starbucks in Seattle.
In Seattle,
we didn't go down to Pikes Bay Basin or whatever, the Pikes Place, wherever the original Starbucks was. But having it there in Pioneer Square was really awesome. just getting to have Starbucks in Seattle was a really cool experience.
Very much so. I will say this is that usually when I go to Starbucks, I usually just get straight coffee. I don't no nonsense, no nothing. If I don't get tea, I get coffee. And the only thing I get is Pike's Place tea, or Pike's Place coffee, and it's the original brew that they had when it opened. And no offense to the local Starbucks baristas, but I have yet, the only place I've ever had a cup of coffee, and it doesn't surprise me, the only place I've ever had a cup of Pike's Place since they've been doing it, and it's been good, is in Seattle.
And it was an exceptional cup of coffee.
They really knew what they were doing, I guess.
I mean, it was a nice whole experience. We got to the square a little before Taylor's the Stolen Kilts opened, and you know, we had a cup of coffee. I had an apple fritter, one pound cake, and then Taylor
I did a crossword. Just a nice relax.
It was a good hour just to chill in Seattle and really take in the atmosphere of the city. Yeah, which is totally a cool city. Yeah, I mean, by far I know I talked about San Francisco, but Seattle was amazing. I could live in Seattle.
Did you set a timer on this?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
So we'll just have to be pretty close.
We'll be done. We'll get outside of Seattle and we'll be good.
And then we'll be good. Okay.
The main reason I went is I'm holding them right here. These are my Utilakilts. I'm so happy because from now on I won't be wearing anything but kilts. Well, I'll save up a pair of jeans, but other than that, I won't be wearing anything but kilts. They're not traditional. They're just a kilt. These are made out of canvas and duck cloth, which is like Carhartt's. Super comfy, guys. Super comfy. I'm telling you. Get yourself a kilt. I'm not fucking around.
I would say just seeing them and the atmosphere of the kilt shop. Yeah. Which I got a pair of shoes at. Yeah. But I would eventually own a kilt. Yeah. I don't know how soon or what my timing would be, but someday I would be willing to own a kilt. A utility kilt. They're good fun. Yeah. They're good fun. It's a good thing to have in your wardrobe. Go to utilitykilts.com. They can hook you up. We'll post a link on the site. We'll post a link. That'll work. I'm not a spokesperson. I'm just saying, for someone that's worn one for so long and now I have one, I'm supremely happy with them. Which one would you recommend buying? I would say the classic. The Workman's. Okay. If you're a construction worker, if you do a lot of stuff, work outside like farm work, construction, I'd say go with the duck cloth, which is made out of Carhartt material. It's more durable. It's 12 ounce, a little bit heavier. It doesn't breathe as well, but it's more durable. The Survivalist Keynote, it can hold 18 bottles of beer. All its pockets, 18 bottles, folks. 18. So, where are we sitting at? I think about 7 minutes. 7 minutes, okay. Anyway, I would suggest a classic. Just a normal, don't go with a mocker. Guys my size, don't go with a mocker. It looks like a skirt, which is not a kilt. And, you know, if you're man enough to wear a kilt and you ask me why I'm wearing a kilt, you wouldn't be having that conversation. So, anyway, get yourself a kilt. Go to Seattle. If not for anything else, just go to Seattle. Seattle's cool. There's a lot of stuff to do in that city. From there, we went outside. We went to Montana. Yeah, we traveled on. We went through Idaho first. That's right. So let's talk about Idaho at the beginning of the next one. Next one? Idaho, Montana. Anyway, peace out, and we'll get you next time. All right.